One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollard with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Reynolds. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell, the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Turning it on! Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's going to run it. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. Moore to the air. It's complete on the right side. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. They want to run this quarterback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Looks as if he's going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. And he's just able to get what he can get on this scramble play here down close in the red zone.
They get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. This is a designed run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. The Ducks have it with a first and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Moore will throw. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed, the measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Guys, a battle in the Peach State today. A lot of red and gold in the stands whenever the Yellow Jackets and Dogs have at it. And here's the latest. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they get the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes so...
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to the air. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Back to pass on second down. Trying to make magic up. There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on with the 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Past the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Casper. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Trying to do it on the ground. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That should be the final play of the first half. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown Ducks! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. He wants to go deep. He's got it all right. Find some room. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception interception. The turnover has given this offense a great shot.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversation.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate.
Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Got it behind the line. It's Casper. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish him.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 11 to Middle Tennessee. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got his man. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Across the 25, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes
turning it on. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Got it in the middle. It's Gonzalez. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Send the tight end in motion. Now they'll run the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Between the uprights, it's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The toss to the outside. Creates a little room. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going from broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to... He lets it fly. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try.
He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Fires to the middle. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down for 38. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some eat.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now backed up in their own end, it's third and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Moore to the air. Finds his man, it's Moore. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be fourth down.
Well, I know he didn't get the first down, but how about the effort by that guy there? He was doing everything in his power to try to make as many people miss as possible to get that first down. Just wasn't able to do it, but man, you love to see your players fighting like that.
Got out of trouble and throws quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks in, continues to fight for yards. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's low. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
Finds him out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's the pressure. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he throws another interception. Got room on the return. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
They'll They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, and you failed on first and second, but on third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Might be looking to run. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Wallace. Turning on the jet. He's at the 40. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back? off the play fake on first down. He's going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The kicker to give it a try. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the final total. That could be important to some if you like games with chance, but they're still coming up well short, and this is how this one comes to an end. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in